Good morning, everybody. Do you know what day of the week it is? Well, right now, when I'm making this video, it's Wednesday. I don't know what day of the week it is when you're watching it, so that was a trick question. I shouldn't have asked you that question. Okay, well, because it's Wednesday for me, that means it is time for another of my Pages and Play Club videos, and it's still our summer reading program. You see my dragon. So we're doing another fairy tale today. This is a story you might already know, and you might not already know it. And if you already know it, then you can help me tell it. Just if you know what happens next, just yell it out. I promise I won't care. And if you don't know the story already, then you get to learn a new story today. Okay. What do you think this story might be about? Is there a favorite story you want to hear? Okay. Well, I'm going to give you a hint about what story I'm going to tell you today. Here it is. Can you see what that is? What is the story about? 1, 2, 3 little pigs. That was a great guess. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And there were once these 3 little pigs who lived with their mother. And one day they were too big to stay with her. It happens to every pig. And one day it happened to them. So they all went out looking for houses of their own. They were excited, but they were also a little bit scared. And you know why? Because their mother had told them to look out for the big bad wolf. We had one of those last week too, didn't we? What are those wolves up to? Why are they never nice wolves? And off they went and they waved goodbye. Can you wave goodbye to their mother? Okay. First little pig. Here we go. Here's our first little pig. He walked down this road until he met a farmer carrying a large bundle of straw. We're going to pretend this is. Here's our large bundle of straw for the first little pig. And the first little pig thought that straw would be good to build his house. So he said to the farmer, "May I please have some straw to build my house?" And the farmer, who was a very kind man, he said, "Yes, you may have some straw." And he gave the little pig a huge bundle of straw. And it's so big, I don't even think the pig can carry it. Look at that. And the pig went off down the road, and the pig thanked the farmer first, because the pig was also a very kind pig. And he went to find a flat, clear space to build his house. After a whole day of working very hard, his house was finished. "In this house, I will be safe from the big bad wolf," he said. Oh, you get this look on your face like you don't think that's true. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. And then here's the second little pig. The second little pig, he walked down the road, and he saw a woodcutter carrying a large bundle of sticks. The sticks are going to come apart. But here is our bundle of sticks for the second little pig. And he thought that sticks would be a good thing to use to build his house. So he said to the woodcutter, "Please, may I have some sticks?" And the woodcutter, who was also a very kind man, he said, "Yes, you may have some sticks." He gave the little pig a huge bundle of sticks. And this pig can't carry these sticks either. That's how big these bundles are. And the pig thanked him because, again, he was a very kind pig. And he went off down the road looking for a flat, clear place to build his house. And after a full day of working really hard, his house was finished. "In this house, I will be safe from the big bad wolf," he said. Got the same opinion as his brother, and you look like you don't believe that one either. Okay, here we have the third little pig. And he went walking down the road some more, and he came across a builder carrying a large stack of bricks. He thought that bricks would be a good for building his house. So he said to the builder, "Please, may I have some bricks to build my house?" And the builder, who was also a very kind and nice man like the other 2 men, he said, "Yes, you may have some bricks." So he gave The third little pig, a big stack of bricks. This one doesn't look big enough to make a house for the pig, does it? Okay. So the little pig thanked him, and he went off down the road to find a flat, clear place to build his house. And after a full day of working really hard, he had his house made out of bricks finished. And he said, "In this house, I will be safe from the big bad wolf." Do you think he's right? Will he be safe from the big bad wolf? I'm not going to have enough fingers for all of this, or hands. All right, so the next morning, the first little pig, here he is in his house of sticks. There we go. And he heard a loud knock. It was, do you know who it was? It was the big bad wolf. How did that wolf find him? Do you know what the wolf said? The wolf said, little pig, let me come in." And the pig said, "Oh, let me come in, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." And the pig said, "No, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I will not let you in." So do you know what the wolf did? The wolf huffed, "Can you huff?" And he puffed, "Can you puff?" And he blew the house down. Oh no. And off went that first little pig, running down the road as fast as his legs would carry him, to his brother's house, the house that was made out of sticks. Let's see if this will work. No. All right, we're just going to have to pretend, because this one's not going to work so well. Can you pretend that this house is made of sticks and it's just sitting here? Okay. There. Maybe it's... Nope. All right. We're just going to have to pretend that this house made of sticks is just sitting there. All right. So the first little pig made it to the second little pig's house. And then not long after that, the two pigs heard a loud knocking on the door. Do you know who it was? It was the big bad wolf. Do you know what the wolf said? He said, little pig, let me come in, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." And do you know what the pig said? Sorry. The pig said, "No, no, 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 not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I will not let you in." So the wolf, he huffed. Can you huff? And he puffed. Can you puff? And he blew the house down. Bye-bye, house made of sticks. And these two little pigs, what did they do? Well, they ran off down the road as fast as their little legs would carry them to go to their third brother's house, which is right here. And that one, remember what it was made out of? It was made out of bricks. And then they got there, and then soon after these two got there, what did they hear? They heard a loud knock on the door, and who do you think it was? The big bad wolf. Do you know this story? You know this story, don't you? Do you know what the wolf said? He said, little pig, let me come in, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." And the little pig, do you know what he said? Of course you do. You know this story. He said, "No, no, whoops, little pig. No, 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 no. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I will not let you in." So do you know what that wolf did? He huffed. Can you huff? And he puffed. Can you puff? And he huffed. And he puffed. But you know what? He could not blow that house down. As hard as he tried, it did not work. "Well," said the wolf, "this is not much fun at all. I will just have to go somewhere else and find a house to blow down." And you know what he did? He left and he went somewhere else to find a house that he could blow down. And these three little pigs, where is the third little pig? These three little pigs, they lived happily ever after in the house made out of bricks. And they never saw that big bad wolf again. So what do you think this story means? I think this story means build your house out of bricks. And probably don't say no to wolves, but definitely means build your house out of bricks, because those won't blow down when the wolf tries to blow them away. Or the wind. All right, and if you like this story, then of course we have some books here at the library for you, because we are a library. We do have lots of books, and you can come down here and get them and read them yourself at home, or you can look at the pictures, use the pictures to retell the story. That's always fun. Or maybe you don't need pictures. Maybe you know the story really well already and you don't need to use pictures to retell it, and you can just tell it to your parents or to any adult in your life. But if you want to come down here and get some books, I have some here to show you, and we have two. These two are the traditional story. That would be like the story I just told you, the way that you already know the story. And I will mention all of these books I'm about to tell you. I will put them in the post with the comments, so you'll be able to find them if you want to. So here's two that are the actual story. And if you want something a little bit different, that is a different sort of retelling of the story, here's this one, this one is by David Wiesner, and I haven't read this one, but in this one, the three little pigs, they actually go and they meet a bunch of characters from other stories, and it sounds like that would be a pretty fun one. Or here we go, the three ninja pigs, because who doesn't like ninjas, right? And then this one still has the wolf in it, except that this is a wolf dealing with ninja pigs instead. So, and this is by Rosen, Schwartz. Or we have this one about the true story of the three little pigs, and this one is told by the big bad wolf. And the story is actually, it's a little bit, the true story is a little different than the one I just told you. So if you want to know what really happened, you're going to have to read this book by Scieszka, which is kind of a confusing name to spell. So I will make sure to put that in the post so you can spell all these names correctly too, and you'll know how to find whatever book you want to read. And if you really enjoy reading fairy tales, then maybe you want to read this one where the three blind mice meet the three little pigs. And just, it's kind of a whole mixed up fairy tale, and everything gets all mixed up and nothing is the way that we think it should be. So that's pretty fun. And this one is by Paul Harrison. So I will list those in the post. You can find them again. And if you enjoyed this, then I have one more puppet set for next week for a video then. So I'll hopefully see you next week. And then I don't have puppets for the last week in June. I'm going to do something else with that one, but we're still going to be doing fairy tales the rest of the month. So it should be a lot of fun. I hope I see you next week.